I don't know. I don't know if I'll have time. I mean, maybe we can go over it. I'll go to my room and see what's up. You know, probably oh, that's my water bottle out here. But I gotta get ready. You know what I mean? While we do it.
Hmm. Okay. I mean, we can always continue later, but
Yeah. But Luca's gonna we're gonna go on Luca's thing on his like channel, you know? You know his channel.
oh, really? You're doing something for Luca's
Rational
channel? That's
Frontier.
nice.
Rational Frontier.
Yeah, he told me
We're
to
gonna read
include. Yeah,
yeah.
he told me to include him on like the video we did about the or or sorry, no, it was a video that I did recording the discussion after the divinity debate. He
Mm.
was like, "Yeah,
Oh
could you
yeah,
like
he
include
was
me
there.
because I'm gonna upload my own version." But I don't remember ever seeing his own version of it.
But yeah, like we're probably gonna read a couple of like we're gonna read a Turvy paper. Sertino's gonna be there, and we're gonna read the Turvy paper we were reading. You know what I mean? We're gonna read that one.
Nice.
Yeah, and Sertino's gonna be there, and like he said, we can make it like a series, you know. And apparently, like like if you look at his channel, I don't know if you can pull up his channel, but if you can look at his channel, like like the recent video, like he did like a read along of like Hayek's one of Hayek's papers or something. And you see the comments, bro. They're like, like I think like he's like because he had Zulu on. He has like a bunch of Zulu viewers. You know what I mean? So maybe start a new like ecopsych wave, right? You get what I'm
We'll see.
saying? That's the
If we
plan.
can
That's the
even if
plan.
we can even get one more person from Zulu Court interested.
Oh yeah, but that's the plan. Start an ecopsych wave. Speak to the remnant, bro. Just read Terry's papers. Be like, wait, what the fuck is this shit, bro? What are these the guys talking about?
This isn't culture war
That's-
slop.
yeah, I mean, it's definitely gonna be a shock to them. Like, wait, what? What is this? I didn't know this existed. Like, like how you felt probably encountering this shit, right? For the first time.
Yeah, it was like very alien to me. I was like, "What is this?"
But it's interesting, right? It like drags you in, it pulls you in.
Yeah, I think insofar as you are interested in learning things and expanding your scope of knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, but like that's also part of, some of the people like I mean the people who definitely watch the fucking like 3 hour long read along definitely are like that, Like, oh, I listen to this. Right? That's exactly who we want to uh speak to right now, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
which if we can
So
attract any more people out of this
it's gonna be
server.
perfect. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be perfect.
But yeah, where did the conversation like where did you start reading?
I don't
What do
know.
you
Just
want to
like
start
I
reading?
just you can just like go over it while I'm like getting ready here. I gotta go to the doctor's. But I'm like 4 minutes away from my doctor's office, like super close. So I have to be there at 10:30. So I just gotta get ready and stuff. It's like 9:20 now.
Um, okay, maybe there's something interesting that I mean I don't even know where this whole conversation between Wizard and Zetetik started.
I think what's his name linked it in BC text when I brought it up.
Uh, well, yeah, this looks like it's in the middle.
Z.
What up?
Z did
Going
it.
on?
Oh wow, Z just joined too.
You summoned him.
Ziggy. That's right.
Ziggy. Z Diddy.
What are we doing here?
We're
We're gonna go over
gonna.
this conversation, even if we have a brief time, but try to get through as much of it as possible.
Oh, you're reading the thing that I spam replied to like a couple hours ago.
Yeah, because it's like funny.
All right,
Mm.
let's go.
Wait, you were like in Zulu server?
Yeah, I replied to a bunch of stuff. Not all of it was about, like, barely any of it was about the conversation, actually. I just went
Oh,
on
you
because
were
I was bored and
replying
I replied to a whole bunch of stuff.
to Wizard or to?
Yeah, to Wizard.
It looks like
Like, it
some of these
wasn't particularly
messages
in
are
depth. I
like
don't think it's worth going
related.
through.
Oh shit. Yeah, sorry, I cut out. I need to grab my charger.
But yeah.
Shit. Where the fuck is my charger? Oh shit.
Also, yeah, one thing I've noticed about this wizard guy is like he says like
Okay, okay.
he's just like bizarre.
He's just
Okay, I'm
quiet.
back.
Are we gonna read it?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
pretty
kind of.
bizarre.
Yeah, like
I don't
he's
know.
just like absurd.
I don't
Just
remember
absurd.
too much about it, but you can see some of the arguments I've had with him in the past are just like pretty weird.
Yeah. He's
He's
like he
really
calls
immature.
himself like he calls himself like a libertarian and stuff, and he's like, oh yeah, like the Holocaust, bro, like that's a fake number, man. Like,
Like
what are you saying?
he like so obviously projects. You know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
talking about like equal sec bros like mauled and seething and like hoping and like maulding and seething. When literally that's what he's doing. You know, just like it's like so obvious.
He's like crashing out on Maine talking about Ecoslike guys, and we're just like, bro, who are you?
Yeah, yeah. Oh man. I don't know why, bro. He's just so bad. Mm.
But yeah. It looks like this was a conversation about Downs or like disabled people.
Wait, are we
And
reading
he
the
really
same
hates me.
conversation?
He really hates me.
I
Like I'm
mean,
like the source of all the ecopsych bros, you know? That
everyone
he's
hates
been
you.
arguing like he's been arguing with a couple of ecopsych bros every now and then he's just like every time he's just like fucking G man, this is all G's fault, you know? I'm just like, hey bro, like, I wasn't even there, you know,
I'm
but I
chilling
don't
though.
even respond I don't even respond to him, but I'm like I'm chilling, you know?
Yeah,
I'm just reading this and it's kind of funny.
but yeah, um, cause yeah, I mean, a lot of people, I see a lot of people like talk shit. Like the one I remember most was the metamodal guy being like, I'm determined based on like Kantian racial categories that G is stupid. That was the funniest one.
We're gonna start reading the conversation.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Like
So,
Nye, you know, Nye just randomly talking shit about me all the time. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so this is the first message from him.
You want to
So
share
yeah,
your screens?
yeah, because it looks like the other messages are deleted for some reason. I guess maybe that's because he's banned from the server now. Um,
Zulu server?
I believe so.
How do you get banned?
It's in the applications channel, but basically there's a
Oh, hang
screenshot of
on.
him
I think that
like
was.
crashing the fuck out
What?
in Zulu
For that.
Discord over like the new rules thing. I found it here. It's right there.
He's crashing out.
He's like absolutely just molting, man. Like, oh well, I should be able to call people retarded. I should be able to say slurs. You can't make me. You can't make me. I'm gonna keep saying it. And he's like, oh yeah, like the Holocaust, bro. That's all fake. Um,
Oh no. Yeah, that's a ban.
um. So yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
just be careful.
If he does that in my
our
server, bro,
Yeah, just be careful.
if he does that in here, he gets one warning. You delete it, he gets one warning, you mute him, and then like if he does it again, then you ban him. That's a ban, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But okay. So he says, or I guess Zetetik says, retarded does not mean brain dead. People with Downs still can trade and avoid conflicts. And Wizard says, I don't think animals are brain dead, but you wouldn't consider them to be capable of self-ownership. There's an argument to be made that people who can't take care of themselves should be left to their own devices. And to an extent, that there are a certain number of people who do not qualify as people per se.
What does
Of
that
course
even
you
mean?
would say that, bro.
I don't
There's
even
a
know what
certain
that
amount of
means.
apples that don't qualify as apples.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Like
yeah,
vegetables
bro,
don't
I'm using an
qualify as
arbitrary
people, man.
criterion.
Like what?
He's just like admitting, like, yeah, I'm using an arbitrary criterion, by the way. You know,
Oh, but
just
he
like
says his
no
criterion right
problem.
here. No, he says it right here. Their brain simply isn't developed. Severe Down syndrome and the like.
Mhm.
And he says that's not hard to prove. And then Zetetik says, you mean their mind can't be developed? And Wizard said, in fact, you need to prove that there are in fact that you are in fact capable, rather than prove that someone isn't. That's the primary idea of guardianship over said people, just like how dogs are someone's property, but strays, of course, are free game. Unless someone homesteads them, it's not far-fetched at
What?
all. Yeah, I don't know where this conversation's going.
He just fucking. Why did he analogize guardianship to pet ownership?
It's like, is this guy eating dogs? Why is he calling dogs game?
uh, oh boy, yeah, okay. And then Zetetik says to like the whole animals thing. The animals, like I don't think animals are brain dead. He goes, I see your argument, although I'm not sure it holds. For if they can trade or interact with communicated conditional consent over reached terms, broader than titles, as you don't always know who has title, that would be direct evidence of human action, which I think is enough. What's the point? And Wizard said, what's the
Did
point?
he say reach term, you said?
Yeah, he said reached term.
What?
Yeah, Zetetik said, for if they can trade or interact with
Oh, that was Zetetik?
communicated. Yeah,
Zetetik
Zetetik
said
said it.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, so he was using the title tracing terminology.
Yep.
I was like, I thought
Condition.
Wizard said it. That's a that would have surprised me. I
No,
mean,
no.
he did like start saying affordance and bullshit like that like before, or maybe that was a different person. Metoxys.
I think he has said it, but it's just like to make fun of like
Hmm.
our thing. I don't know, just more projection. But yeah, Zetetic was basically saying how like if like Down syndrome people can like trade and stuff, like obviously they deserve like property rights and stuff like that. And Wizard said, "What's
Property
the
rights
point?"
are the basis. of trade.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, so like you don't have to justify it. They already have it if they're trading.
Yeah. Exactly.
And Wizard said, "What's the point if said people can't understand why aggression is wrong, or why they shouldn't try to stab you, or why they shouldn't kill people, etc., etc.? You can be that retarded." I think, and then Zetetik, he says, "I think the burden lies on the one claiming someone under the biological species of human has no rights."
Yeah, that's the problem with rationalist justifications of property rights, bro. They're like, we just deduce it from like, you know, the nature of humans, bro. You know?
Yeah.
We just deduce property rights. What's up, Eddie? Can you talk?
Eddie's here.
Yeah,
Eddie.
Eddie's here.
No, Eddie can't talk. I don't think he wrote in VC text that he can't talk.
Oh, can't talk, but I finna listen. I bet.
In VC text? Where? Oh, okay. Yo, Eddie, but you should VC like around um like 3 hours from now. We're gonna VC. We're gonna do a read along on Luca's channel with Stratino of one of Turvey's papers, and we're basically gonna start a series reading Turvey's papers on Luca's channel, and it's gonna be cool.
In
You
three
know, like
hours should be about noon. I think I might be able
yeah,
to do that.
you know Luca's
I'm in
channel,
the office.
like Rational Frontier, right? He has like
Yeah.
a bunch of Zulu viewers.
Don't worry. If it's during noon, I should be during
Anyway.
lunch. I should be able to do it.
Yeah, it's gonna be around noon.
It work fine. I'm just
All
not
right, bet,
in the office.
bet,
Yeah.
bet.
So Zetetik says, that doesn't mean they have no rights. He just gives claims to those whom he aggressed against when he does so in respected proportionality. I don't know what that's in reference to, but yeah.
I think it's saying he's saying that you know the other person has standing. That's why it's
Oh yeah,
aggression.
right. He just gives claims like claims to arbitration and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and I mean, obviously that's very important. I mean, I've been taking what you said in your like little paragraphs to heart about how like property rights needs to function among people who like don't agree or like don't
Yeah.
understand.
Like the
So
whole
yeah,
theory, you know what I mean?
yeah, it's like you can't just like revoke property rights here, right? It has to keep working. But Wizard says, not entirely. The burden of proof is on the positive case. Some people are so retarded they can't speak or put on clothes. Now, I'm not saying we should be hunting them or something like that, but they can't possibly fall into the same category as a regular, normal, average person.
Yeah, you see? The rational
Category.
justification, yeah. That's how rationalists do it, bro. That's how they justify property rights, like the rationalists in the ANCAP like community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They all say this. They're all like we just deduce it from the category, like the form of humans. You know, man, the form of man. The nature of man. I mean,
Yeah.
is what they usually say.
And Zetetik says, the positive case would you going out of your way to kill them, you know. Do you have that right? Is
Yeah.
the question.
Yeah, Zetetic is right.
And then Zetetic says, average is not a requirement for rights, and speaking is also not a requirement either. You can communicate consent or human action in other ways. And then Wizard says, going out of your way to kill them, you say. Well, humans have parents that are also humans that are guardians of said people. That's the only difference between them and a dog. What? Since the dog
Oh,
doesn't have
bro.
parents that do indeed have rights. We are talking about retarded
So
people
he's
here.
presupposed that they don't have rights, and then
Going out of your way to kill them, you say. Well, humans have parents that are also
If I
humans
just
that are
define it
guardians.
this way, then I can deduce it, bro. I can deduce reality from the definition.
Yeah, he's like deducing. For some reason, he's like deducing like some kind of difference from guardianship here, but I I don't get it. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
like if I just define it this way and I deduce this, therefore, instead of asking like, well, where did I get guardianship from? Did I ever ask what is guardianship for? Maybe I should be reasoning from that instead.
yeah.
You know?
Since the dog doesn't have parents that do indeed have rights, we're talking about retarded people here as those who can't even put on clothes or feed themselves
Like if you see
properly.
in my notes on guardianship, like that's exactly what I do. Is I reason from that, like why guardianship even like at all, you know?
Right, yeah. Um, so in that sense, no, you can't. In any case, just like a dog who has an owner, it sounds brutal, but that is the same moral category. Oh, categories. Not
there's
sure.
categories of
And
this guy.
yeah, Zetetik says, I'm not sure I see an argument here, which is true. I don't even know what this means. Uh, and then Wizard says, well, let's say we have Terrari here. Terrence. I'm just going to say Terrence because I don't know how to pronounce that. Let's say we have Terrence here. He is severely retarded. He can't speak and doesn't understand why he should wear clothes. Pretty much all he does is eat stuff and has no issues eating just about anything. He doesn't really discriminate since he can't understand it. Now he has parents, Martha and Joe, who aren't retarded and have an internal monologue, and you can communicate with them. They have some form of rational thought. Now Martha and Joe die, and Steve here thinks, uh, hey, my circus would benefit a lot if I put Terrence in a cage and see how many apples he can stuff in his
So
mouth.
how are you resolving this hypothetical, man? How are you gonna solve this hypothetical that I just here's this hypothetical. How solve the hypothetical. So we could deduce the philosophy, bro. You need to solve the hypothetical.
It's just, I don't know, man. People come up with the stupidest hypotheticals.
But like he's just like saying, we need to deduce the philosophy, man. Just deduce it from this hypothetical here, Like if your philosophy is true, you should be able to deduce it from this hypothetical, right?
Yeah. Um, and Zetetic says, I think the proof of lack of rights would have to be, over some extended period of time, the retarded individual has shown no progress in expressing themselves praxeologically, because praxeological action is a developing guardian
Right.
need and expressed
He's definitely
gradually in a continuum as they age and
yeah.
act.
I think he got that sort of from my notes a little bit from my notes on guardianship. He definitely got that from there. And
Yeah.
he's making a good point, you know. That's ownership is expressed, concretely, and that's the only way it can function. Like I say also in my notes, you know what I mean? But I also extend that to guardianship in my notes if you haven't read that part. But I think Zetetic has read that part.
And there can be no purely mental, rational, or praxeological action or free will, as that would violate thermodynamics and create an arbitrary mind-body dichotomy. Hmm. Okay. And then Wizard says, your brain doesn't develop after 23. It's pretty much it. Plasticity and development are separate things, and the standard for underdeveloped brains is clear cut. If you don't have it by 23, you never will.
Okay, I can see. So is EcoSite coming in now, or is like, well, the brain isn't the basis for everything.
Yeah. And then Wizard. Oh, this is funny. Neurobiology isn't a mystery these days.
Okay, go. Let's go to some neurobiology department and let's see.
Oh
Like,
yeah, yeah,
yo,
yeah.
do you guys have any concepts, any observables called whatever the fuck this guy say
Sensations.
here?
Neuroplasticity.
Yeah, sensation. No, that's definitely a thing, but
Or yeah. The brain doesn't develop.
that's just like the self-organizing dynamics of the brain, bro. That's it.
Well, I guess it's just like, yeah, it's just like, how is like plasticity here contributing to whatever fucking analysis you're trying to do here? Clearly, it doesn't.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
just predicting that
well,
Z will
he's making
come up
loans of
with
intelligence.
plasticity.
He's making loans of intelligence galore. You know, so you just
Hmm.
these loans of intelligence. Go to the neurobiologist. Be like, hey, do you guys have any like concepts such as these? These are like are these
Oh, you cut out.
You guys, I think someone cut out.
say no, obviously, because it's not.
Yeah, you cut out. We're going down to the department and we're asking them.
We're asking them, hey guys, like, are these concepts that you guys use? Like, are these observables that you guys study?
um, yeah, I don't think you need much to show that someone isn't going to develop. Otherwise, we'd have to figure out how to treat Down syndrome, which maybe one day. But for now, I go back to the Terrence example.
Maybe one day, man, we'll find the building blocks.
Yeah, yeah. And Zetetik, I mean, the Zetetik just points it out. You're way out of the loop with the ecological psychology stuff. The brain isn't the mind. And
Oh, let's
then
go.
Wizard goes, okay, so where's this mind then? In my toe? Why does my pet monkey not have it?
It's definitely not in your brain. I mean, like the localization of function
Yeah,
arguments
you're
and
not
why.
gonna find it in your
Yeah,
brain or your toe or any
yeah. I
particular
mean, you're definitely not
part.
finding it in the brain either.
I mean, that's just it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna find it in a part, you know?
Yeah, exactly. That's just it. And how are you making this attribution of function to the part, right? You're getting it from
The
where are
whole.
you getting it from? The whole, right? That you're trying to demote, that you're trying to downgrade by reference to the part, some isolated function. But like you didn't isolate the function. I have a bunch of notes on this.
Hmm. And then
I
Zetetik
was gonna
says, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, you can get that. No, I was gonna write a finished note sometime soon about the localization of function thing, just to like be easy, just to send, just like here's why the localization function argument is just absurd.
Yeah. And then Zetetik says, it requires your body and something to be aware of, the environment. It's a whole system. Your brain would be useless without a body to perceive with. You perceive with your skin. You feel stuff in your spine. You can feel your fingers. All that is awareness. I'm not
I
sure
think
what
he's being a little too
that
restricted here. He's not being too logical here. What about the outness problem? I have a stick in my hand. Why do I experience the tapping that I'm tapping at the
yeah,
at the end of the stick, not at my fingers, right? Not in my hand. I experience at the end of the stick, right?
yeah. I mean,
And I
yeah, your
see
brain
things
would
that
be
are over there,
useless. Like your
right?
brain would be
why
useless
why
without.
why is a Yeah, if the basis of seeing a line out there is a line on the retinal image or whatever, why do I see a line out there and not a line in here? Why do I
Yeah,
see a
it's not
thing
even
over there?
like. It's
Right?
not. It's
It's the
not. Yeah,
outness problem. It's
it's like
because
your.
it's non-local. I mean, the means of perceiving is not, body states. The basis of perception is not body states. It's the structure of the environment,
Hmm.
right? Or the structure of, low energy ambient arrays or dispersals of energy, right? Relative to the higher energy, organisms, activities, it takes more energy. So that's like the physics of it, but it's structured by the surrounding layout, That's what's structured by the surrounding layout, and that's structured energy, right? That pattern energy, right, is the basis of perception. That's ambient to the perceiver.
I know, bro.
You
You
know what I
gotta
mean?
look at the larger system. I don't know, man. That's too abstract. I don't know if I could do that.
The larger system, man. Yeah, I was just summarizing what we've talked about so many other times, how unstructured light is unfocused, right?
But yeah. I mean, I don't know what your brain would be useless without a body to perceive with. Like, it's not really just about like the brain and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean,
What is the brain for?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Why brain?
But Wizard says all true but fundamentally irrelevant.
This is the
Answer
same
by
conversation.
yeah, but that's not a question. Like, well, let's try and like modularize fucking like the behaviors of the whole organism into like component parts, and then do these like fallacious like tests, lesion studies where we just fucking like we look at the destroyed brain and see what the organism can't do anymore. That's not what you're gonna figure out what the brain is for. You're gonna figure it out by studying it like thermodynamically as a dissipative structure. Why this ordered flow, right? Why this thing here was produced, right? Why did it self-organize? That's a thermodynamic question. And obviously, the representational accounts, the indirect perception accounts violate the laws of thermodynamics routinely.
Yeah.
The dualistic accounts, right? Any dualistic account routinely violates the laws of thermodynamics.
But yeah, Zetetik says to the pet monkey thing, he says it does if it's alive, and Wizard says a mind. And then Zetetik also says, you're trying to show that when the brain is finished growing, then you can't develop further, which is an arbitrary standard.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Wizard says, it is not. Are you saying to me right now that a monkey brain is just as developed as a human's? Or are you claiming that monkeys have a different kind of brain?
They
Zetetik
don't.
says,
Yeah, fucking
Zetetik,
monkeys have a different kind of brain. Or what?
Zetetik
Is
just like
is he
shuts it
fucking
down.
stupid?
Yeah, I mean,
Of course, monkeys have a different kind of fucking brain.
yeah.
It's not more or less developed than a human brain. It's fucking retarded, dude.
Fucking Wizard, man.
Is that what
But
he's seriously saying?
that's what Wizard said, yeah.
Oh man.
And Zetetik just kind of like shuts it all down because I mean this whole brain stuff doesn't really have much relevance. Zetetik says, "Why are you focusing on the brain?
Right.
The monkey is adapted better to its environment than any other animal for that niche. That's why it won the niche."
Yeah, you're not gonna find answers to any of these questions that Wizard is posing by looking at the brain.
And then
Like literally none.
Wizard responds to that saying, because your cognitive performance depends on the brain exclusively. Blind humans aren't dumber than non-blind ones, and neither are paraplegics dumber either. It didn't win any niche. It occupies the same one humans do, and humans won. Survival doesn't mean much.
What?
I
So
don't
for
know.
Is he
that message
fucking
up there,
stupid?
for that message at the very top of the screen, it's probably
Bro,
because
monkeys monkeys occupy the same niche as humans.
Wait, how? Where's he saying this?
It's fucking
Where's he saying?
retarded.
It occupies the same one humans do, and humans won.
Oh, what? What the hell? What the hell? Then why are there still monkeys? Did Zed
Why
ever
are there
ask why there's still
monkeys?
monkeys?
Bro, he has no answer. Why monkeys?
Bro, humans are not monkeys, dude.
Bruh.
Humans are apes. The monkey's
Come
not
on,
an ape.
dude.
Oh my
This girl simply
gosh.
appeals to like the common scientific explanation. He's not even up to date on
I mean, he's just
evolution.
talking. I
That
mean,
doesn't even
let's
fit
be
the red queen
honest.
No, this
hypothesis
is
or
like the
anything like
level
that.
of fucking like
He's just talking out
creationists,
of his
bro.
ass. He's just talking
This
out
is
of
how
his ass.
this is some shit like the creationists say, bro. Why do monkeys still exist?
Why do monkeys exist?
If we evolved from monkeys, why do monkeys still exist? Fucking creationists say that all the time.
Oh my goodness.
He'd
Zetetik
probably say
says,
it's because of like conservationists or something.
I mean, it's the same. Like he's working off the same misconception that the creationist is that fucking humans are monkeys.
yeah, I mean, Zetetik says, it doesn't. Humans don't live in trees and feed off insects. We don't exploit the insect energy gradients much.
Yep.
And then Wizard just kind of deflects, saying, okay, eco brain rot. So you don't have any argument that isn't based on anecdotal nonsense and mysticism in the ecological psychology format. Good to know.
The fact that humans don't eat bugs is anecdotal nonsense.
Like that's a fact. He pointed to a fact, like in the environment, bro. Like that directly, demonstrates like a point counter to his point that he didn't demonstrate anything for, you know.
Yeah, he just said that they occupy the same niche, and then Zetetik was just like, well, no, you can literally look and see that they don't.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh, you don't have to argue it.
My favorite message in this conversation is coming up soon.
Bro.
Yeah. Oh, you're not entertaining my bullshit. Fuck you.
It's just weird, bro.
And then Zetetik says, you're the one who says that you can reduce the mind to the brain somehow. And then Wizard said,
Is this
yes,
one?
you're not special. You're a bag of flesh that has everything every other animal does. What we have is a very, very powerful brain that by coincidence became so powerful we became self-aware. That's all there is to it.
Bro, you see how it's just like on the level of creationist like talking points, he's literally like the
Bro,
same
like,
level.
it
Creationist
literally
here. Like
sounds
as
like
the
I'm talking
mystic
to a
here.
theist.
It
Like,
does, bro.
yeah, like, we're just bags of flesh, so we need, like, God to become meaningful. We need divine purpose.
He just puts God in the brain.
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, it's the brain, not God. But, like, that's just, like, arbitrary. And then Zetetik says, animals aren't self-aware. And then Wizard says, animals are not
Animals are
self-aware.
not self-aware.
And then Zetetik says, okay, so how does a dog know how to fit inside a hole that is just big enough for it, but not one that is too small?
Yeah, bro. I
Is
was
it
just
not
thinking,
aware of
like,
its own size?
what about the pass-through ability of a gap? Or like animals perceive that readily, What about
Yeah.
what about perceiving a hiding place, I can walk by fucking like 10 different lizards and they all perceive to fucking hide behind something, away from me. You know what I mean?
And Wizard just, I don't even know what this. A dog will figure it out via trial and error. It is not aware. If you've ever had a dog, they do get stuck a lot in holes in spaces they can't fit. Again, you're not very
Oh.
bright. Awareness of the self isn't merely instinct and past experience that helps you survive. That is
Or he
impressive.
thinks that a
In a
dog is like an
philosophy server,
algorithm.
I have to explain the difference between animal and human and what self-awareness is, what concepts are, what concept formation is. I genuinely can't believe it. Bro, he's just like so like high and mighty. He's like, oh bro, like I'm just so much smarter than you, bro. And I have to explain all this like bullshit to you.
He's not explaining anything though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just saying Yo, human dualism, bro. You know, didn't you know Descartes?
Yeah, Descartes had it. Come on, man. Why are you not engaging?
We know this. We've known this since Descartes, bro.
Yeah, bro. Catch up. Catch up. Catch up. And then Zetetik says, don't you also have to figure out what objects afford you certain actions too by trial and error? Do humans intrinsically know how to sit in chairs? Well, yeah, I wouldn't say that's right.
No, of course not.
Yeah, because like you know,
They have to differentiate. They have to differentiate, like through movement, their own movements from the environment, right?
yeah, but
And
like yeah,
they
Zetetik is
that's
making
how
it
they
sound like you have to
that's how
learn
they
like
obtain information
affordances.
about. Yeah, but that's how they obtain information about affordances like that.
Yeah.
But it's not algorithmic like trial and error implies.
No, yeah, it's not.
Yeah, it's not trial and error. It is the surface
It's progressing,
directly.
towards. Yeah, exactly. It's directly.
The surface directly gives you what you
Terminal
need.
point. There's no terminal endpoint in perception, right? Where you get a percept, a complete percept. There's no complete percept, right? It's it's through sampling, right? You sample the environment, perceive the next position where the information you need will become available, right? As you move through the environment.
Yeah. And then Zetetic responds to the whole like animals aren't aware thing by saying, that's crazy. Not even aware. How can it fucking act according to its
Not even
environment if
aware.
it's not even aware? It would be like putting a robot out in nature. It would just run out of useful predicatives as it's not generating self-sustaining action. It's just deterministic and predicative. And then to the instincts, he says, yeah, Ecosec rejects this idea as an explanation. I don't know why you're saying I'm saying that. And then Wizard says, I don't care that you reject the whole of contemporary scientific body of knowledge. I already know
Can you
you are
give
a
me like
bunch of
one?
morons.
I mean, he's definitely not even like what he's saying is not even in agreement with contemporary science, whatever.
Yeah.
And then that's just an appeal to authority, without any basis either. He's not even appealing to specific things, like we appeal to specific empirically, like
Well, yeah,
empirical
yeah. I mean,
basis, empirically
biologists,
established
modern day
research.
biologists would never ever say that monkeys and humans occupy the same niche.
Yeah,
What are
no,
they?
that's fucking retarded. That's retarded. Yeah. But can you guys give me like 2 minutes? I gotta call my doctor's office
Yeah,
All
no
right.
problem.
because I think I might not be able to make it because I think I mean I can't find my keys.
Oh no. Did you lock them in your car? Make sure you didn't lock them in your car.
No, I didn't. But I'm looking for them. So I just gotta call them really quick and tell them I probably won't be able to make it.
All right.
Okay, 1 second. now, but shit. I don't know where my car keys are.
Oh well.
Yeah, so did you guys continue or were you
No,
waiting
No,
for
we
me?
were waiting.
here.
Okay, so we can continue where we left off, I guess.
Yeah. So as the text says, animals solve problems all the time. That's part of what being alive is and what action is for. Wizard says a slug responding to pain isn't aware. How? How is he feeling pain if he's not aware of it? What? And Zetetik says, you're like the same type of prick that talks like this to ANCAPs or objectivists, or about anything non-standard as being anti-science purely because of consensus. Scientific consensus, guys.
But it's not, yeah, I mean, it's just like not even though. Like I don't want to go down that route because it's just like it's giving him too much credit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even scientific consensus. It's just like
It's giving that is even that is giving him too much credit, bro. Yeah. Way too.
it's like what's more accurate is like, oh guys, the scientific consensus is my mystical bullcrap, guys. That's definitely what it is.
Yeah, it's like the quantum mysticism people, you know? Like this is scientific consensus, guys, you know, perception creates reality, bro. Mind creates reality. And this is the scientific consensus, guys.
Yeah, it's just not.
You're giving him too much credit, bro. He's just a mystic. He's not even. He's not like providing any evidence, not any research. You know, nothing. You know, nothing that can be actually refuted. You know, like if you watch Peacock's video on
Right.
on the arbitrary, right? It's like you can't like if there's nothing to refute. You know, you can't refute it. You know, like if you had some evidence, you can point to something. You know. If you pointed to something, at least I can point to it and show how why it shows you that you're wrong, you know?
Mm.
But he's not even pointing to anything, right? He's just being a mystic.
And then, yeah, Wizard says it's a causal reaction between signal and outcome baked into an organism. Reflexes are one of those things, you utter moron. Yes,
How does
you
that
do
work?
reject the
That doesn't
whole of
like
one of the
remember.
sides.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Remember what I said about signals? Like supposedly there being signals in the brain. How that's nonsense.
Yeah, it's like Shannon information in the brain, something like that.
Yeah. Shannon information for communications engineering is what defines what the fuck a signal is, and it's just
Yeah.
impossible for fucking like that to be happening in the body by a living system to be doing that. It's just impossible.
Hmm.
The way nerves are literally structured, the way fucking so-called neural pathways are literally structured, they cannot like they're structured through what is called noise, you know. What should be noise, right? They rely on noise, right, rather than suppressing it, right?
Hmm.
So it cannot carry any sort of signal from point A to point B without distorting it with noise, you know. It doesn't satisfy the constraints of Shannon's formalism, you know.
Hmm.
Like I explained this to you before, right? But it's just total nonsense. It's just like the quantum mystics, you know? Like, you know,
Yeah.
some scientist guy over here, he talks about signals and da 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 da, you know, because he's talking about Shannon information, right? And then I'm just gonna be like, yeah, signals, man. It's just signals, bro. It's just that's how it works, you know. I'm not gonna explain it. Don't you know people talk about signals?
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, he says, yes, you do reject the whole of modern science and spout non-stop bullshit that I'm tired of. You're not ANCAPs, and you're not responding with epistemology. You're going into the details
The
of the mechanism of action. I'm tired.
I can
This
point to
is
specific
nonsense.
things in modern science that he's explicitly rejecting. Many things.
Also, I find the whole "you're not ANCAPs" thing to be very funny. Cause like, bro, like I think I even said this, is that like contemporary science is like the pet project of the state, and you're over here like trying to represent it. Like,
But he's not even doing it, you know, like
yeah,
it's like, you know, it's very easy to distinguish, you know, the actual achievements of science and like the mystic bullcrap, you know?
Hmm.
It's very easy to distinguish. So I don't grant this. I don't grant this fucking like he wants to pigeonhole you into this. Like this is what he wants you to take the position to take that like
He
oh yeah,
wants you to
you're just
think
like
that this is contemporary science.
yeah, he wants you to think that he's the one arguing from a position of the scientific consensus, what scientists agree with, you know, what science agrees with. That's bullshit. It's total bullshit. You know, the actual achievements of science completely disagree with him across the board. Every single like thing across the board, science disagrees with it. The actual achievements of science prove otherwise. You know, like thermodynamics, right?
Hmm. Yeah, and Zetetik says, where does meaning come into the picture? You're talking about organisms as if they are robots. And
That's
oh
not
no's,
science.
oh no's comes into the
That's
picture.
fucking that's the metaphysics of Descartes. That's literally the metaphysics of Descartes. That's not fucking science.
Yeah.
That's the inherited metaphysics of Descartes. That's where it comes from. It didn't come from science. And claiming it came from science is an absolute lie.
Yep. Came from Descartes. Fucking Descartes. It's always Descartes. And Ono says, wait, Wizard, are you tired? Or is your brain tired? Maybe it's your quarks that make up your brain. And then, oh yeah, I came in and I started this line of questioning. I've seen you do this line of questioning before, so I think this is where I like kind of employed it for the first time.
Wait, but what was the comment that Ziggy said it was like his favorite comment? We were getting close to it or something.
That was the one about bags of flesh. I just found that funny.
Oh, the
Oh,
bags of
okay.
flesh one, yeah. But yeah, I basically said, did you look at the brain and find consciousness, or did you just assume that? And he says, this kind of question just exposes how simple your thought process is.
Did he actually say that?
Yes, yes,
Did he actually fucking say that?
yes. And I just like I couldn't fucking take it seriously, so I just sent like a fucking GIF comparing him to a Redditor. Just like, okay, bro, Reddit is down the hall and to the left, man.
That's so fucking funny, bro.
And he says Redditors are smarter than you. And I said, are you gonna answer the question or just evade? Where'd you find it? And he says, can you point to the ant that designs the anthill chud?
You're the one that's saying it's in the brain.
Yeah, yeah.
You're you're the one doing that. You're the one pointing to the fucking ant. You know, whether it's the toe or the brain, it's the same logic. You know.
And then Ono's quips in with more irony. He goes, well, an ant didn't make the anthill because all organisms are instinct driven, which means something else drove the ant to make the anthill, right? So maybe God made the anthill complex. No, I should
I
have.
mean, bro, he's the first mover, bro. When you prohibit self causation, self movement, you know, when you prohibit that, you have to invoke a unmoved mover, a first mover, right? A god.
Yeah, and I feel like I should have in retrospect capitalized on him saying that thing about the anthill more, because it's like he's
I
trying
mean,
to
yeah, it's the same
say,
logic.
yeah, he's basically like, I figured it out later, but he was basically saying that it's like, oh, it's not like a part of the brain, it's like the whole brain. And it's like, well, you're
Well,
kind of like, yeah, you're kind of like going against your own little like standard here of like looking at, like, you're not even looking at all of the ants building the anthill, right? You're looking at like 10 of the ants and being like, oh, how'd they do that so fast? Only 10 ants?
yeah, that's great, bro. That's great. That's perfect.
It's like,
Because
oh
that's
man,
literally what he's
10
doing.
yeah, like,
That's literally what he's doing.
because that's exactly what he said with the brain. It's like, oh, it's like a miracle maker, man. It's so strong. How did it do that?
Oh, bro. I don't know. You tell me. It's crazy.
um,
I don't know how it did it, but it totally did it somehow. No, I don't have any logical reason for that or explanation for that or basis for that. It's just like it's just the brain, man. The brain's magic.
yeah, but yeah. I basically, yeah, he was going on about like the whole like, he's like, show me the curve, Globetard, as like a joke towards the Zetetik, and I was just like, well, we can observe the curve. We just have to look at the larger system. We, you know,
See how he hasn't made any substantial point at
yeah,
all, like any evidentiary based point at all, evidentiarily based point. Like it's
yeah.
just all just like rhetorical bullshit.
Yeah. And I was trying to get him to like I was trying to get him to answer the fucking question because he just kept dodging it. Uh yeah, it's just like you couldn't have gotten consciousness from the brain. Um oh yeah, and then this other person said, then what is consciousness? What is doing consciousness or whatever?
Oh man,
Uh and yeah, I mean I kept it very like general. I was like, perception
I'm
action is a full
it's
body
just like it's so
experience.
easy, bro. Like, what do you actually know? Just ask anybody. What do you actually know about consciousness? You have this
What do you
concept,
know, bro?
consciousness.
What you know about
What do you actually
consciousness,
know about
man?
it?
What you know about it?
And it's literally just like, well, I'm experiencing things, like all these things around me. Like I can move around among things all around me. You know, like that's what everybody knows about fucking consciousness, right? And it's just like they're turning it off. They're turning off their thinking, right? Just to follow the rationalist script, what they've absorbed, right, from the pop science, like the quantum mystics, exactly like the quantum mystics do. Just whatever they've absorbed from the social like miasma, just like just these scientific terms passed down through like a telephone game.
Yeah.
And,
Oh,
like,
and
and they
then
just shut off their mind and just run the rationalist script, right? Just like, oh man, it's the brain, yeah, the brain this, the brain that, like
dude, it's
just
10
totally
ants, dude. How are
shutting
they
off,
doing all that? How are they
just
doing all
totally
that?
shutting off their thinking. Just like, wait, what do I actually know? Because this is just I didn't learn this from like what I can actually know. I just like it's just a rationalist like script like I inherited. I just absorbed it. You know what I mean? But
Mm,
like, what do I actually know? It's something totally different. It's just like the organism and its environment. You know what I mean?
yeah.
That's what you know. right? That's what everybody knows. So I think that's a good like heuristic, like just like ask like, what do you actually know about consciousness, bro?
Yeah, because I guess it's like kind of like a knowledge check, you know? Because a lot of people just don't. They're just like, oh, it's like the brain or something, bro, and they don't really
Yeah,
like.
yeah. But what they're doing there is just you have to get them to recognize that they're just like following some rationalist script there, right? That like wait, ask them, well, how do you know this?
Yeah,
You know, like how did you
Constructs.
learn that?
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Where did you get the idea? Like, and then you see that well, they got the idea of consciousness actually from somewhere else, and then they just attached that to the rationalist thing, right? The brain script, right?
yeah. Because I've
They're
seen you go
now
down that
using it.
line of
You know what I mean?
questioning. Yeah, because I've seen you go down the
Yeah,
line of questioning that I was trying to do, which was like you're trying to force them to attribute like where is the consciousness in the brain? Like you're trying to get them to like point to
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Um,
I mean,
and like
I'm trying to wake them up out of their fucking rationalism because they're like a zombie right now. You know, they're just following
yeah,
some script. You know what I mean? Just like, bro, wake up. What do you actually know, bro? Tell me. Point to it. Come on.
tell
Where's your
me.
kitchen? You know where your
Um,
kitchen is, right? You can point to it, right? You can show me where it is, right?
and like, do they ever like have you ever had anybody who points to like any part, or they're just like, oh, it's
Well,
like the
like,
whole
well, they,
brain?
they, they like they have to. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
the line of questioning, you know, they have to, or else there's just like it's over. There's nothing else to say. Yeah, just like,
Because yeah, I mean, I'm not
just like
sure
oh,
where you would go. Like, I guess that was the question that I was keeping in mind, which is I didn't really know where to go after that because I was
well,
guessing
it's
like,
because like they'll just say, oh, it's the brain. You know, like what do you
hmm,
actually know about consciousness? Oh, it's the brain. This they're going down the rationalist script, but like what they actually did, right? How did they get here? What everybody knows about consciousness, they had that, and then they attributed that, like they connected that, right? They got it from somewhere else. You know what I mean? Then they attached that to this, like this bullshit. You know?
hmm,
You get what I'm saying? Right? And then so you gotta get them to recognize that by questioning it. You know, just like what's the actual like
oh
connection
yeah,
here? How did you
because
do this? You know what I
Wizard,
mean?
yeah, Wizard said it was like the brain as a whole is like consciousness, and I should have harkened back to the thing he said about the toe. I should have been like, well, why not the toe? Why not the toe? If we're gonna attribute it to a part, why not the toe?
Yeah, and then he's just gonna go down the localization of function argument, like, oh, we destroy this part of the brain, and then consciousness shuts off. When we destroy the toe, it doesn't shut off, you know? But that's like totally fallacious for the reasons, right? That, well, where do you get this behavior in the first place? Where do you get this function in the first place that you're attributing to the part? Did you get it from the part? No, right?
Hmm.
Like, it's like you can't find the coordination of multiple parts, right? You in any componential property in any component, right? Any one component is not going to have the property coordination of these properties. Not going to be the source of the coordination. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so it's like the reasoning is like like we're going to take this property, you know, we're going to take this coordination, right? And then we're going to be like we're going to look at all these like components that we've isolated, and then if we don't find the property in these components, then we're just going to say, oh well, the coordination must just be unreal, it just must be apparent, right? Just like a it's like a it's just illusory, you know?
Magic.
Yeah, because we didn't find it in these isolated parts because we destroyed it. You know, when
Yeah,
we're supposed
because
to
it's
look at the
like,
larger system.
yeah, it's like, okay, I'm looking at the brain right now, and all I'm seeing is just shit appearing and shit disappearing.
Yeah, you didn't get it from there. Obviously, you got it from somewhere else, and then you attached it to the brain. You imposed it on there. You know, you attributed it to the brain arbitrarily.
Yeah, and then you'll ask like, okay, well, like the stuff that like appears and disappears, like obviously that can't happen. So like, where does it come from? And they're like just like, oh, I don't know, it comes from somewhere.
It doesn't come from anywhere, bro. It's just like, oh, we gotta look at the smaller parts, and then like, oh, when we don't find the answer there, then we look at the even smaller parts, and then one day we'll eventually find the building blocks that the ancient Greeks were searching for oh so long ago, you know.
Hmm. Oh, this is a really funny one from Wizard here. Impressed
And
is
then
what I am.
the theist comes along. Then the theist comes along is like, no, guys, it's actually just God. You just gotta realize, you know.
Yeah.
You don't gotta say you don't know anything because you haven't found the building blocks yet. You just gotta say, bro, it's God.
Yeah, we don't have access to the building blocks. Only God has that. And God does it all for us.
Yeah, and the fucking the positivist, the reductionist, the skeptic or whatever, they don't have any argument against that. They don't have any defense against that.
Yeah. But yeah, Wizard says, impressed is what I am. Impressed by the sheer stupidity at display with such confidence. This is what you get when you let the state educate your kids.
Where's the fucking like? Where's the argument, bro? Where's the substance?
Yeah,
Where's the anything?
I was like, bro, this is total integration death, bro. Walking manifestation of the Dunning-Kruger effect. Do you know what a Dunning-Kruger effect is?
This is really where the claim to
Everyone
defiance
knows what the
should come in.
Dunning-Kruger effect
You know what I
is.
mean? You know what the claim to defiance? What I'm talking about? Remember
Yeah,
Sakura?
yeah.
This is where
I
the
think
claim
I
to
go
defiance should
back.
come in. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I go back to the question. I want to loop. I want to loop back to the question and just like stay right there and not move an inch. Um, yeah, he's just like saying nonsense. I'm just like, what are you talking about?
This is in general chat? Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, and then this tranarcho-capitalist person says, "The brain is the seat of consciousness. No other explanation makes sense."
I couldn't
Where'd you get that idea
choose a
from?
more rational one here.
Yeah, I was
kill
like,
myself.
okay, like explain it then. Like, where did you find the consciousness? Where's the seat at? Point to it. I want to see the mind producing consciousness.
I love guys. Bye. Because I like read all this stuff already. Bye.
Oh yeah, and then they
Zero,
just did
zero,
this. Yeah, because this feels like it's kind of like offloading it. Like they just gave me like a random study. Like I asked them to point to it, and they just gave me like a study.
Yeah, but then you just ask, okay, what in here uh is relevant to your point, you know?
Yeah, like show try to like get them to see if they actually understand what they're citing.
At least they pointed to something, you know? So you just say, what's relevant here? Like, yeah, I'll read if you tell me like what I should be looking for in this, you know?
Hmm.
And then I'll read it and I'll be like, okay, none of this shows anything that you're saying. This doesn't explain anything, you know? He just said it's the only explanation, right? That means he's taking the brain, right, as explanatory of consciousness, right? And I don't know what he linked there, but maybe it's like talking about brain dynamics of some sort, you know? So he's taking brain dynamics of some sort as explanatory of perception action, right? Of some sort, right?
Open it, but I have a freaking
And
cat chat.
that's a very that's an empirical claim, right? So I mean, it's very easy to refute, like that. Whatever evidence, supposed evidence, is very easy to show that it's not showing what he's saying it's showing. Yeah.
Yeah, the study is brain mechanisms of conscious awareness. Detect pulse, switch, and wave. Which yeah, it sounds bizarre.
Yeah, they're just we advocate an approach. We advocate a theory. It's
Brain
just a theory that
mechanisms.
they're
Brain.
advocating for.
Yeah, brain
Brain
states.
mechanisms. Yeah, there's just a theory that they're advocating for mapping. I don't know. It doesn't look like empirical evidence to me. It seems like it's just like, well, this is what we can like. Let's look and let's try and map what we see the organism doing to the brain dynamics that we can record. You
Yeah.
know, that's what I'm guessing it is. You know,
Let's attribute the whole to the parts, guys. Let's do that.
yeah, like, but that's very easily like defeated, just like as not giving you what you need for explanation in general at all. You know, it actually makes explanation impossible, intractably harder. You know, much harder. Yeah, but that's something we can show, we can talk about, we can point to when when he says, "Well, this is relevant about. Let's talk about this." We can talk about it, and we can show him that it's not that it doesn't show what he says it does. You know,
Yeah. I mean, I couldn't really get much
because
from this study.
we actually care about science. But I'm saying we actually care about science. You know what I mean?
Right. We don't want to see it fall off the.
Right? He's actually pointing to something. You gotta ask him. Well, yeah, what's relevant here? Like you see, when I link some papers, I tell people what to look for in them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Because if you were to just like kind of just like link it and like fuck off, it's like it's just kind of like offloading all the work onto just like
Mhm.
some link that you've posted rather than
Yeah, I'll
trying to
post a few
explain
links and
its
I'll give a
relevance.
short. Yeah, I'll give a short summary of its relevance, and I'll answer any follow up questions that pertaining to its relevance. Right? Like I have no problem, right, answering any follow up questions pertaining to its relevance. Like, you get what I'm saying? That's the mark of like somebody who has a problem answering these questions, right? There's like, oh, you just don't want to read it. Da-da-da, you don't like, like they have problems with you and with you asking questions about its relevance. You know, that's like really that's why it's important to ask those questions. You know what I mean?
I mean, yeah,
Because they
but
should be happy
you
to
know,
answer them.
in
They
any
should be happy to
case,
answer them.
yeah, because I mean that's just how evidence is, right? We need to
Yeah, they should be happy to answer them.
describe its relevance, make it clear that this is relevant.
Yeah. But I don't know what you asked them there. You should have asked them that.
I don't know if I read it, but I just
Well, yeah.
generalized it.
Obviously, you're not gonna read it without him explaining its relevance. You know,
Hmm.
explaining exactly what's relevant in there, what for in there, right? You get what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I mean, but that's the thing is that they were just like, oh, argue with these guys, not me. So they were definitely just like offloading it to fucking whatever link they posted.
Yeah, but let's do it. Like they're not here, so like you're the one invoking their paper or whatever. So like show me what's relevant in here. Let's talk about it. Right? Tell me what's relevant in here. I'll look in here what you're saying is relevant, and I'll ask the relevant questions, you know, about it, right? Because I know the questions to ask. I know what questions to ask. That's the important part because I actually care about the science here. You know, I know exactly the questions to ask about the study or whatever he's gonna point to. You know, that shows that it's not showing what he says it is, right?
Right.
That's why I said it's very easy. It's really easy. When they actually point to something, right?
Yeah, I mean, I remember.
You should immediately jump on that, right? I'm saying you should immediately jump on that whenever they point to something, right? Like that,
Hmm.
right? Because you don't want to be stuck in these arguments like fucking wizard, right? Well, you actually want you like even if they're just gonna be like, oh, let me look on Google really quick. He's pressuring me to get a reference or something, right? even
He's
if they
pressuring me to
do
point.
that, it's gonna make a point. It's gonna play against them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's gonna hurt
it's
them.
like, yeah, it's like, oh well, point to it, and they're just like frantically like pointing in a random direction, basically.
Right,
It's
and
still,
then
it's still
if
pointing,
you try,
you know?
yeah, and if they were actually like if they've actually read the paper, they understand what's in it and what's relevant, right, to the debate, right? If they actually understand it, then they'd be happy to answer any questions pertaining to the relevance, right? But if they're of answer any of those questions, right, then that's also making a point. You know what I mean? Like you're happy to talk about it. You know what I mean? You should immediately jump on that because it's such a good point.
And if
Evidentiary
like,
reasoning stuff. Like we both have
what
the
if they
same
like
evidence to point
refuse?
to.
What if they refuse
You
to
get what I'm
like?
saying?
What if they refuse to describe its like relevance?
It's like it's just not admissible. Think about it like evidentiary reasoning. You bring the evidence and then we can both point to it. I can Let's point to it, let's talk about it. If you won't even point to it, then you're not even bringing the evidence to the table to consider it, to arbitrate over it, right? Who actually has the stronger case,
Mm,
right?
yeah,
Based on the evidence that we both share, that we both have to point to, who has the stronger case, who actually has the stronger case, and it just the evidence answers it. There's no disagreeing, right, with the evidence. You get what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, evidentiary reasoning is a very like powerful tool for this kind of stuff.
Hmm. Yeah, you want to be like, at least this guy points to something, and fucking Wizard's the mystic here. At least this guy points to. So then you just shift it. You ignore Wizard. Be like, yeah, okay, thank you. Let's talk about this, huh? You want to talk about it?
Well,
You
yeah,
invoked this paper. You brought it up for a reason, right? Let's talk about it. And if they won't even bring the evidence to the table to talk about it, right? Then you can just dismiss them.
yeah. I mean, I'm definitely more sympathetic to this individual. Uh,
Right.
yeah,
Yes. So continue if you want.
yeah. Um, but I was just basically saying like how like it looks like computationalism, and so I was basically explaining that computationalists or just any kind of person really is going to go look at like some part of the brain and go like, oh yeah, this part right here does this because well we saw it doing
Yeah, and it's
something.
very easy to show. It's very easy to show that they're not making any logical claims like that. Like it's very easy to show the errors in their arguments and their claims.
Yeah, it's like
It's
they
just
see the
just
brain.
please make it. Please make the claim. Please make some claim that I can actually criticize. I can actually critique and give critically examine. You know what I mean? Right, and
Mm,
refute because it's
yeah,
something.
yeah,
I can't refute nothing, right?
right.
If you give me something to refute, I can refute it if it's
Yeah, I was basically
refutable,
just saying how
right?
like they see the brain doing something, and so they're like, oh, we're just gonna attribute this something to what we want to attribute it to.
Yeah, whatever. Make the claim. Make the claim. Do it. Let's talk about it. Point to where they make this claim and they show whatever evidence supposedly supports this claim.
Mm.
Right? Let's talk about this evidence. Let's talk about how this evidence actually doesn't support the claim that you're saying it does.
You wanted me to go through it and do that, or
Yeah, no, that's what you should have done. Yeah, that's what you should have done.
oh,
Because you make some claim, please make actually some substantial claim that I can actually refute it, and I can point to the evidence that you're bringing to the table and show how it doesn't show what you're saying it does.
mm.
It's very easy to do that. Much easier than fucking actually like getting a mystic to fucking make some substantial claim in the first place. That's harder. Harder. You get what I'm saying? Like wizard just going in circles, just spouting nonsense. That can't be like assessed or critically examined or refuted at all. Because it's just nonsense. It's just nothing. He's not pointing to anything. You know?
But yeah, they were basically also saying how like apparently
Or
our
you're,
position is not based on empirical evidence. Which
yeah,
was
that's
just
bullshit.
yeah.
What's the evidence, right? Like, let's look at this evidence. Like, I have tons of evidence for my claims. I have like fucking vast stores of evidence. I have a vast, like body of like empirically established body of work, in ego psych. Tons of evidence, right? So like I can evidence on my side all day. I'm happy to talk about it all day with you, So you should be happy to talk about the evidence from your side all day too, right?
Dude, fucking Odos. The geocentric model
You
has
lit-
a pretty big intellectual community behind it. Do you really think the sun is at
yeah,
the center?
yeah, yeah. That's true though. That's true though.
I mean, the whole
Epicycles,
church says otherwise. Wait, are you against the
epicycles
church?
can't be refuted, bro. Epicycles can't be refuted with more data. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? It's because the theory is wrong. It's a theory that's not based on evidence, right? It's just that it explains it supposedly explains some of these observations, So let's try and conform right the evidence to our theory, right? And that's where epicycles came from. And for 1,000 years, like or so, we were just like making up bullshit.
Yeah.
Literally just making astrologists were just making up bullshit, you know? To accommodate the theory rather than the evidence.
Yeah, Wizard was basically saying, "Oh, how'd you prove computationalists wrong?" And I was like, "Well, that's what we've
Exactly,
been
bro.
talking about this whole time."
Yeah, but exactly, epicycles can't be refuted with more data, right? Nothing can't be refuted. Point to something, point to some evidence, and I'll show you how it's not showing what you're saying it is,
Yeah,
right?
arbitrary. It's
That's
not
what we,
true or false.
right, exactly. But like, point to some evidence, right? Like they were making a claim earlier about human animal dualism, right? That's just Descartes' metaphysics. That's not based on evidence. That didn't come from science. Anything you point to in science is just not going to show that. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just not going to show what you're saying it is.
Hmm. Okay.
And I'm happy to talk about it, right? That's what I'm saying. You have to take that approach. I'm happy to talk about it because I can talk about the evidence on my side for my claims all day, and I'm happy to talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And they should be, right? If their claims are actually based in evidence, they should be happy to talk about the evidence and how it supports their claims. You get what I'm saying? How
Yeah.
it does or doesn't support their claims, right? Because I'm happy to talk about the evidence that I claim does or does support my claims, right? I'm happy to talk about whether it does or doesn't support my claims all day, right? I have no problems with that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, so it's like even like a reference, like even just like a pointing, whether it be half-assed or not, uh, is a potential avenue, a good avenue for
Yeah.
a
Remember,
discussion.
that's from evidentiary reasoning stuff, right? You don't remember that? Like if I don't bring anything to the table, right? Then I can just say whatever. Oh yeah, like if the other side doesn't bring anything to the table, then I can just say whatever and then just like dismiss what they're saying. Like without any effort at all, without any evidence of my own, because they didn't bring any evidence. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Evidence must answer evidence, right?
Yeah.
I'm happy to talk about the evidence, bro. And I don't know why you wouldn't be happy to talk about the evidence. That seems kind of suspicious to me. Just saying. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got one side who's happy to talk about the evidence for their claims about whether it does or doesn't support their claims, and then you have the other side who is completely just against ever talking about the evidence and whether it does or doesn't support their claims.
They'd rather just make like bizarre claims about how monkeys and humans occupy the same niche.
Mhm. Right?
Mm.
And it's just like that's where epistemology comes in, bro. It's just like let's actually talk about it. You know, let's talk about whether the evidence does or doesn't support your claims. You know,
Oh, here you go. Here's Wizard.
because they expect that you won't even dare talk about epistemology. You won't even dare bring actual like serious epistemology into the picture. Actually, like, you know what I mean? Because that their opponents just won't even bring epistemology into this. Just like, wait, let's actually talk about whether the evidence does or
Well,
doesn't
yeah,
support
and
your
I mean, it's
claims.
just like,
That-
I mean, evidence. Talking about evidence is science, right? It's
So
talking
they
about
think they can just
science. So
they
it's
think they
like you
can just
want to talk about
appeal to
science, but you
evidence.
don't.
Yeah, they think they can just appeal to science, to evidence, right? Without you ever, you know, like examining it, without you ever, you know, like what's it called? You know, like attacking them on it, you know, questioning them on it. You get what I'm saying?
It's like they want you
That's what they
to.
hope.
They want to paint an image of it rather than just looking at reality. What the hell happened? Why'd he leave? Maybe his internet died? Oh, maybe his phone died.
Yo,
Back
sorry,
from the
man.
dead.
Yeah, my phone died.
Damn. Shit.
So you were talking. You were saying it's like they want to paint a picture or something. Then I died.
Well, yeah, it's like they want to like paint the picture of like evidence that you can like just like imagine up, but like they never want to like look at the actual fucking world. It's like
Yeah,
the illusion of evidence.
yeah. They're just feigning it. You know, they're just like it, and it only has like that. It's you know like it only serves that function if you just like allow it to. You know, you just have to like actually be like, okay, let's look at the evidence. Come on, you know, like, hey, let's look at it. You wanted to. You know, I mean, you should want to, right? Right?
But yeah, I basically like that was basically like the end of the whole thing. I just like cited a couple things. I definitely wanted to cite the primacy of perceiving thing because like that has a very fucking I just love that argument against like the algorithm based like stuff.
Yeah.
Um, oh yeah,
Still
Wizard's
haven't
like,
found my
no, I'm
phone.
not reading that. You have to give me the actual citation and refutation of computationalists. Even though primacy of perceiving literally like does that whole algorithmic thing.
Fuck is my car keys, man? I still haven't found my car keys, man. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Ah, what happened? What happened?
Sorry. But yeah, basically, I mean, yeah, that was pretty much the end. I mean, I guess, or maybe there's more here, because I point back to my original question of trying to get him to point to something, and he goes back to the whole ant thing, which again, dude, I should have capitalized on the ant thing, man. That would have been so good. um,
But yeah, I mean, I guess, I don't know what else there is to say. You know, I told you how you should have capitalized more on like what more you should have done. You know, instead,
yeah,
like
like the whole evidence thing.
what did you learn? You know.
Well, I definitely learned to like just like even if it was like just like a half-ass thing, just like take what people link like more seriously because it's like if they like point to something, then like they're pointing, and so like I should like ask them more questions about what they're pointing to.
Yeah, because it's
Um,
definitely gonna hurt them because you're on the side of the truth, right?
right.
You're the one that's on the side of the evidence, you know? The evidence should be supporting you, right? It shouldn't be
Mm.
supporting anything else. So it's like they're making your argument for you, or like making it easier for you to make your argument, really.
By pointing, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I also should have capitalized on like I mean, I should have also yeah, I definitely should have capitalized on like there's just the straight up like mystic shit that Wizard was saying. Um and also yeah, also just also got like showing him as well that like he's like in violation of his own like little thing that he's trying to set up. He's like, "Oh yeah, can you point to the ant that designs the anthill?" And it's like, "Are you
Yeah,
pointing to the ant? Are you pointing to all the ants?"
I think I
How's
made
the
some really great points about how you can sort of address that first part, you know, the mysticism part, you know, just like the points I made about, you know, like quantum mysticism and like how like what
you
they
didn't
do,
say
you
it's the
know, like,
contemporary view, yeah.
yeah, like all those points there. You should like put the transcript into like ChatGPT to like crystallize the point, you know, so you have something like that you can pull out, you know what I mean? Like it's like
Mm.
crystallized, like so you know what to say better, you know, like a heuristic. You know what I mean? Like when because it's common, it's pretty common. You know what I mean?
Well, I think Wizard's already talking about it again in your server. So I think word has gone out that we're laughing at him right now.
um, yeah, Luca's not gonna come for another hour, I guess.
Pigs love their swill every day. I know for a fact they don't really think about it, hence why they like it.
Keep in mind, this is about pizza. This topic is all about pizza.
Animal without reasons. If pigs had reason, they wouldn't be eating swill. Bro. This is about pineapple
Yeah.
pizza, bro. Ain't no way.
If oh, bro, what's that quote from Holt? The worm. Remember the worm?
What about it?
The organ. Go to the organism environment system note. Go to Darwin's worms. There's such a good quote here. There's such a good quote here for this, bro. There's such a good quote.
shit.
Control F. Just Control F in there. You're already in the right one.
Oh, what was it?
Darwin's worms.
Darwin. Worm. What the worm? Darwin's worm.
And around there's a quote from Darwin,
Consider, for example,
like about how like if it were a man, like if the worm were a man, or for a man were in the worm's position. There's a quote there somewhere from
an
Darwin.
earthworm as we know it.
Like if you scroll up.
Darwin described the earthworm was doing in terms of things the actions of worms. When the worm drew the
Search intelligent. Oh no, right, it's right there. Oh, you had it. Oh, it's right there. No, up. I saw it.
Darwin described
Up.
the earthworm in
Up.
plugging
Wait,
and
no.
lining their burrows.
No, scroll down. Wait.
Fixedly. Darwin also noticed that leaves of pine trees, which consist of two.
Scroll down.
Darwin described
No,
what the
scroll up.
earthworm was doing. Oh,
Scroll up. I think it's in this paragraph. No. Below.
this one?
Yes, there we go. That one. Darwin remarked.
Oh.
You don't see it? Darwin remarked.
Darwin remarked that earthworms deserve to be called intelligent. They act in the same manner as would a man under similar circumstances. For example, in the case of lime leaves, which are very broad at the base, only a very small proportion of the leaves have been drawn in by the base, while in the case of a laburnum leaves, which were not more pointed towards the apex than towards the base, a far longer proportion have been drawn in by the base. If a man had to plug up a small cylindrical hole with such objects as leaves, petioles, or twigs, Darwin wrote, he would drag or push them in by their pointed ends. But if these objects were very thin relatively to the size of the hole, you'd probably insert some by their thicker or broader ends. Darwin's eldest son William collected 237 fallen rhododendron leaves in his garden that vary very much in shape, partly due to the curling.
You don't have to read all of this, but there's like all this detail.
Margin.
There's all these details here.
Okay, so he compared worms and humans.
Yeah, but he's saying if a man were in similar circumstances, that you would act the same way. And I think like I'm thinking like if Wizard were in the similar circumstances as the pig, I think he would act the same way. He would eat the soil.
Jesus Christ.
Oh man, you should tell him that.
But it's serious. Like, imagine if you didn't have anything else to eat and you were like a farm animal. You were just like living on a farm and you just had swill. Like, you would eat the swill. You know, like what the fuck else is there to eat? You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I just like immediately thought of the fucking quote. Like,
Yeah, that's a good one. I'm gonna tell him that.
This man's gonna type it up right now.
If you were a farm animal, but I'm not a farm animal. Did you have breakfast? What if you didn't have breakfast this morning? What if you were a farm animal? But I'm not a farm animal.
Think about this analogy real quick. If you were
What
a
if
farm
you
animal.
were a farm animal?
Like I'm already calling. He's gonna say, "But I'm not a farm animal." and then you just say, "Okay, how about this? What if you didn't have breakfast this morning? How would you feel?" But I did have breakfast this
But I did have breakfast this morning.
morning.
Yeah, I definitely will keep that in mind whenever I talk to that other person. I mean, I doubt Wizard will ever give me any evidence to work with. I don't think my expectations are not that high.
Just pressure him. Pressure him to give you evidence, man. What's the problem? What's so hard about giving some evidence? Isn't the scientific consensus? Isn't this the scientific consensus, bro? Where's the evidence, man? And then he just like, oh shit, I gotta Google some shit.
Oh shit, dude! I gotta give him like Google AI. Fuck.
Pretty funny, right?
Gemini saved me.
And it's only gonna hurt him. You know, it's great. It's great having like the like evidence like on your side, reality, right? The facts on your side. It's a great thing, man. All you gotta do is just be like, man, I thought this was the kind scientific consensus, bro. If he refuses to provide anything, right?
Yeah, I
It's
mean, I
easy, bro.
guess. Yeah,
It's so
I
easy
guess
to pressure.
maybe. I guess maybe the
It's
thing I
such
did wrong
because
was
he
like.
wants you not to. He expects you not to question him, not to ask for evidence. That's what that's the only way his whole thing works. Where he feigns that he's like, oh, this is the scientific consensus. You guys are disagreeing with all of science, bro.
Yeah,
That's the
and I
only way
guess
he
like
can do that.
I guess my problem was like I guess I didn't really like wield those facts with like eloquence, like I didn't
Yeah,
really.
just use you can. It's so easy, bro. Just use what he's saying against him, bro. Because like it's right there.
Yeah.
Who's in the chat? We.
We.
We. Sundered here too, and Monskiro.
What do you think,
We're
we?
good.
How would everybody? How would you guys feel if you guys were a farm animal?
I'd
Fucked.
probably feel. No, bro. I'd probably feel pretty content with my life.
Content. I don't know. I'll do some runs. I don't know, jumpy jacks. I don't know.
Yeah, bro. I'd be the buffest fucking pig in there, bro. I'd be the fucking show pig. They take to the fucking to the what is it called? Like the fucking carnival or whatever. Like the fucking like the festival, right? you know, and like I'm gonna win like tons of money, bro. Like for my owner or whatever, right? For the guy who feeds me, so he doesn't cook me, right?
The best pig racer.
Bro, like so I don't get cooked, you know.
I'm gonna be the best pig racer.
I gotta provide value, bro. I gotta be
I'm gonna make the farm
like
famous.
yeah, you get what I'm saying. I gotta be the show pig, right?
Maybe we should.
I gotta be
Maybe,
too
maybe we
valuable to
should.
cook.
Maybe we should bring up like Wizard's hypothetical that he gave about the circus, like the Down syndrome guy in the circus, and ask him how he'd feel if he
Bro,
was
the
that.
Down syndrome guy, bro, he's probably fucking like living like the best life, bro. He's like I
He's
get to
like,
do
oh
flips.
yeah, bro, I get to eat apples. I get to eat 100 apples every single day at
Yeah,
the
bro.
circus, bro.
Every single day, dude. Every single day. Every single day, dude. Can you say that you could eat 100 apples every single day, dude?
Nah,
He
dude.
gets to eat grilled cheese sandwiches every day.
I get a Gucci Sales as an award. Let's go.
Bro, people cheer for me, bro. People fucking enjoy what I do, bro. You know? Yeah, look at you, you're a fucking loser. The Down syndrome guy is winning, bro. The at the carnival?
Broke. No money.
Yeah,
And
bro,
look
the
at
Down
me
syndrome guy,
out here getting
he's got,
famous.
bro, he's out here like, working at the circus, right? And you're over here debating whether he has rights or not, but he doesn't care. He's just eating apples, bro. He's just eating
Yeah,
apples,
bro.
bro.
And people are fucking cheering for him, bro.
Yeah.
His syndrome is down, his game is up.
He's definitely got more than fucking Wizard, bro. Wizard's
He
down
got,
bad.
Oh
he
yeah,
got
bro.
his game up.
Oh, he's typing. Watch
Mama
this.
fucking me now.
Watch. He's gonna be like, "I'm not a farm animal."
I might have Down syndrome, but at least I'm not down bad.
No, don't apply to the other guy. Apply to the to the.
I might have downs, but it's at least I'm not down bad. That's fucking funny, bro. Cause you know Wizard is down bad, bro.
Damn, he's that down bad. Shit.
Yeah, bro. He's fucking arguing about this bullshit on Discord.
Yeah, bro. Terrence is more down to eat 100 apples in a day than you are. Because he's got the down. He's down for it.
He's 10 toes down. You know, ready to eat apples. Ready to do flips.
He's so down to eat 100 apples a day that he has a whole syndrome for it.
Lego? Is that Lego?
I don't think
Lego.
so.
Lego. I don't know. I don't know if
Hoppian
he calls himself
Platonist.
Lego.
What's the
No,
story about that role? Hoppian Platonist. That's so funny.
it's a joke. It's a joke.
Isaac D is end cap. Gotcha.
Hoppian Platonist.
Is he trying to respond to you? Is that what he's
I
typing?
think
He's taking the.
he's really
Wow.
thinking, bro. He's like, oh,
Wait.
I don't know how to respond.
Because he could be like, but I'm not a foreigner. Is he catching on? Bro? Do you think he's catching on?
And it's like the fucking cogs. The fucking cogs, bro.
Wait a
They're
minute.
turning, bro.
Wait a minute. Is this a trap?
Is this a gotcha?
I think he's gonna ignore you.
That would be pretty funny.
We got an actual wizard debating a guy with Down syndrome and losing.
Down syndrome.
Yeah, we lose a debate to a Down syndrome. Yo, he's totally gonna ignore you, bro. He's just like, you know, like I can see like this probably might be leading down like an actual line of thought, you know? Like
He's
like
like,
he's gonna
oh man, I feel like I'm starting to like think answering this. I need to stop.
big
I need to stop immediately.
Plants vs. Zombies.
That's exactly what he's doing, bro.
What would Descartes do? What would Descartes do?
What would Jesus do in this situation?
But I'm not a farm animal.
That's what Descartes would do.
I know. What are you gonna type? Plants
Plants
vs.
vs
Zombies
Zombies
after
debate.
Yo, ping him. Ping him to the question you asked. What if you were a farm animal? No, don't say anything. Just ping him. No, I was gonna say I'm not gonna answer that.
You'll be like,
Or
this question shows how simple-minded you are.
bro, he's totally gonna ignore you. That's crazy. Does anyone else use ChatGPT in their head?
Yeah. Dude, you read that.
Oh, bro.
I read that whole thing while you were gone. I was like, bro, this is so bizarre.
You're still a swill-loving pig and not a human, and hence aggression is impossible to occur. I will eat you.
I don't think he's gonna respond. I think it's a lost cause. ChatGPT, what is this guy saying? Why is he asking me this?
Okay, I'm back.
I
What?
think it's because
I had to take a phone call.
yeah, I think it's
Did he?
because he's
He
not.
still didn't respond.
No,
Was he typing again?
no.
No.
I don't know if he's
What's
like
wrong,
asking
man?
like ChatGPT or some shit.
He's asking ChatGPT in his head.
What is this guy saying? Why is he asking me this question? I don't understand.
He's asking me something. Oh man.
Yeah. How would you feel if you didn't have breakfast this morning? A question.
Huh. What if I were a farm animal? But that could never happen.
Bro, he realized it. Like he was probably typing it out, bro, and then he realized it. He was fucking probably typing it out, bro, and he realized it was a trap.
But I can't be. It's logically impossible.
That's not true. In the sense that logically possible or logically impossible is usually used.
Oh, even if it was like deduced from the categories?
I don't know what you mean.
Because I would assume that that's what his standard of logically possible would be, is like deduced from the categories.
I don't know what that means. Like, no, just like logically possible or impossible is just like, yeah, I mean, it's just like deduced from definitions and stuff, but like, it's like that just you wouldn't get that. Like, I don't know how you get that. It's like, oh, it's logically impossible for me to
Be a farm animal.
fucking to think this hypothetical, you know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's logically impossible to reason about me being a farm animal, man. That's not true. And it's like deduced from the categories. Like it's not like me, like me. That's not a category. You know what I mean?
Kind of reminds me of that.
It's not gonna be like you're not gonna be able to do that. You know what I mean? Like, but I can't be a pig. Yeah, I couldn't have been a pig.
It reminds me of that very bizarre novel that was created by a vegan, where um basically rich people eat like human beings or something. It's like some
Yeah, I
vegan
couldn't have
novel.
been. Yeah, right. I couldn't have been in that situation. Right? That's not logically impossible.
Well, no, I mean the novel was like it's like to like demonstrate like some vegan thing, right? It's like, oh well, what if you were a farm animal? You wouldn't like it. So why are you eating pig?
Cow tools.
Cow tools.
What's this, man? Why'd you post this?
Why does the cow have a unibrow?
This is I. He doesn't have eyes. He has an eye. He's a Cyclops cow.
Cyclops cow.
He also is a bipedal Cyclops cow, apparently.
Yo, what's up, Ixie? Yo, Ixie, I got a question for you, man.
I don't know. Is it Michael?
No, I got a question for you. How would
What's
you?
it?
Yeah, what if you were a farm animal?
I don't know because I'm not a farm animal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm
What?
quite sure.
Did you check?
I asked Ixie the question. He's like, I don't know, because I'm not a farm animal.
Hey,
Yeah.
what if you didn't eat breakfast this morning? How would you feel?
I
Oh,
get
he
it.
answered! Wizard answered!
You did.
I don't know. I would eat swill and be without reason.
Just pure rationalism.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not a
I would
farm
be
animal.
hungry. Yeah, if I was a farm animal, then I wouldn't really have a conversation with anybody because I would be a farm animal.
I would just be I would eat this will, bro. Obviously, I would
I would eat
eat
swill.
if you were in the situation of a farm animal, bro. Like you would do the same thing. You're a farm animal. Like what else is there to eat? You know what I mean? Like the swill is there to eat. You gotta eat it.
Yeah,
He says, I don't know.
that's
I
true.
would eat
I
swill.
was just I
you,
was
you should
just
tell you should
feeling
tell
a bit
Wizard
humiliated.
Yeah.
you should tell Wizard. You're still you seem pretty without reason to me already. You seem you seem you seem pretty without reason to me already. I don't know.
You must just be perfect farm animal material.
Yeah, bro, you gotta match his like level, like the level of his claims. Like if he's not saying anything with evidence, he's just saying rhetorical bullshit. Just give what's it called? Like a comeback just to everything he's saying. Just like try to think of a funny comeback.
Something witty.
Yeah, something witty. Just give him a witty comeback. That's just like all he really he barely deserves that. You know what I mean? He barely deserves a witty comeback, but you'll give him one anyways. Why did you ask that?
The breakfast
Why
question?
did you? Yeah, he answered the hypothetical. He said I would eat swill.
Maybe to make it more obvious.
No, I don't know why you asked that. You should delete that. Versus.
This conversation materialized the concept of this toy going, Wizard goes fireball. In my head. Oh, Ixie said it. In my head. Oh, Ixie, you gotta go to prison now.
Yes, I had to borrow some intelligence from my brain. It took a loan.
You gotta go to EcoPsych jail now.
In my head, GPT.
Yep.
You took out a non-repayable loan of intelligence. You gotta go to jail now.
I don't have to because I have the government.
Why
to
not on your
protect me,
toes?
Because when I'm broke, when I'm broke on intelligence, I just go to the government, file for bankruptcy, and then I am no longer in debt.